actually Sylvester Stallone, Rocky was the Italian stallion. So I'm like, I'm Sri Lankan, part of Asia, so I could be the Asian stallion. But now when he mentions the Asian stallion, it looks more like a porn star. Featuring Asian stallion. I don't want that, right? So after this, we're gonna kill the Asian stallion and come up with the name. How's that sound? Yeah? So we have a good group of people here. We have different people from different backgrounds. We see some people, brown people, we see some whites, we have some Latinos in the back. Good crowd of people here. See, I'm from a place called Markham. And in Markham, we don't have diversity. We don't. It's just one group of people, Asians. And more Asians, and more Asians. So whenever you go to any coffee shop, it's just all one group of people. You don't get this mix, this diversity. And a coffee shop like this, it won't work it like this. It won't work. If you think about it, most of the people in Markham are Asians. So you have South Asians, you have Sri Lankans, Indians, and most of us don't want to spend money at a coffee shop, right? If I tell my dad, Dad, I'm going out to a coffee shop, have a coffee, you know what he would say to me? Son, you want to go to a coffee shop and spend $2 on a coffee? Why? We have Nestle at home, we have Organ at home, we can make you a perfect coffee. Why do you want to go out for? He doesn't understand that you go out, you socialize, you meet people, stuff. He doesn't know that, right? So, and if I were to tell him, you know, listen, I want to go out, have a few drinks, go have a few cups of coffee, he'll be like, bring your friends over. Bring your friends over and have it here. Why do you want to go out and spend money at a coffee shop? No? But you know what the sad thing is? Markham is more than just Asian. When you tell someone you're from Markham, you know what the stereotype of typical Markham person is? Number one, you're Asian. This is a picture of what they have in their head if you say you're from Markham. You're Asian, you live in an overpriced house, you're a bad driver, and you have a grow up in the basement of your home. That's the typical stereotype for an Asian, it is. You know what the sad part is? I fit off your list. Asian, yes. Overpriced house, definitely. Place I paid, spent my place. It's not worth the price I paid for it. Bad drivers, definitely. You know what? 1 year I got 4 tickets, so that constitutes a bad driver. You know? Grow up, you gotta come to my basement. We got this nice hot reply system. So after the show, if you guys wanna, you're always welcome. No pressure though, eh?
And the coffee.
Oh, and the coffee. And the coffee, definitely. Nestle. Yes, absolutely. But you know what it is? When I first moved to Markham, I called up the insurance company and told them, listen, I was in Toronto, I moved to Markham, what's my new rate? It happened to be a Chinese guy that answered the phone. Right? So I told him that I was in Markham, and I gave him all my details. So he goes, so your premium will go up by 30%. I just moved, same driving record, no other tickets, but it went up by 30%. Like, what do you go up by 30% for? I didn't do anything wrong, it was the same driving record. Markham has lots of bad drivers. Alright? A bit of water? So I'm like, what do you mean Markham has lots of bad drivers? Lots of Chinese people don't know how to drive. They hate other people, no good, no good. So I'm like, alright, you know what? 20 told me this before. He goes, you want cheap? Asian people, you go to Pickering agents, you get cheap. You don't get Markham. She told me this before I moved to Markham, not after I moved into Markham. I can't sell it now and move. But you know what? Markham has a lot of good things as well. Not just bad drivers or grow off any of that stuff. There's a lot of good things. It's only in Markham that you can have a person who live 30, 40 years of their life and not need to speak a word of English. It's only happens in Markham. It's true. It's true. You go down to Markham, they have the big banks. You have like RBC, CIBC, TD. You'll have the banks and you have the name in Chinese, the big bank names. So if someone doesn't know what TD is, a TD bank, or green symbol is TD, it'll be the Chinese side. If you go inside, they have a Mandarin line, Cantonese line, and if we go in, they'll just kick us out. You don't belong here, you go to your own bank. You don't belong there. It only happens in Markham. But it's a lot of good things about Markham as well, don't get me wrong, right? It's really in Markham that you have people from different backgrounds, like an Indian person with a strong background, a Chinese person getting along, negotiating, signing contracts. It really happens in Markham. Like there's this place, you guys probably heard of it, called Pacific Mall. Have you heard of it? So for those of you who don't know what Pacific Mall is, think of it this way. It's like a giant shopping center that should be built in Shanghai, but they build it in Markham, right? And you can get anything you want at a fraction of the cost. So you want a nice Grey Goose jacket, but you don't want to spend like 6-7 bills on it, you can get it for a fraction of the cost, a knockoff for a fraction of the cost. Place to go if you want things cheap or things that you can't get outside. So one day I decided to go to Pacific Mall because I wanted to pick up some movies, some bootlegged movies, because the Rogers store closed down, Blockbuster, they went out of business, and I wanted some movies from like Pacific Mall to place. So those of you who haven't been to Pacific Mall, it's 99.9% Chinese, right? So if you and I were to go in, we wouldn't fit in, and they wouldn't do business with us because they're scared that we might rat them out. They have, fake DVDs and stuff. So you gotta like play. It's a fine line you gotta play to get in there. So I went to the store that I usually go to. It's a store at the far end of the mall. I know I usually go to. I haven't been there for a long time. So I go there, and you gotta play. So they've gotta build their trust. They've gotta really trust you before they start doing business with you because they want to make sure that you're not a cop or anything of that sort, right? So I go in, and they have no customer service skills, mind you. So I go in, I'm like, yeah, how you doing there? And it's like, so what you want? I'm like, I need some DVDs, some English DVDs. No, we don't sell no DVD here anymore. Like, what do you mean? I came here a couple of months ago, you guys had DVDs. No, we don't sell. I'm like, all right. So he's testing me to see if I really want it or if I'm just trying to rat him out, whatever it is, right? So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave. So turn around and leave. He goes, hold on a sec. I talked to my wife. Hold on. So now I'm getting closer, right? So he turns to his wife and goes, Indian man, DVD. So he's talking about me, Indian man, DVD. I don't know what he said, but he said something about it, right? And then, so I'm like, you know what? I'm closer to getting my DVD now because he spoke to his wife. My wife was saying, you know what, give up, right? And from the back, you hear something. Singwa, police. What? Police? So he looks at me. He goes, you seem like nice guy. You are police? Like, police? No, but I just work at American Express down the street. He goes, oh, you work at American Express, eh? So now he thinks if you work at American Express, you can get my credit card. Oh, you got me a credit card? You don't want to piss him off. Right? He thinks you can give credit cards like candy canes to people. You don't want to piss him off, right? So you gotta play a fine line. You gotta tell him, you don't want to really piss him off because you won't give the DVD, so you gotta play on a fine line. So I'm like, you know what, I'll help you get a credit card. Alright, no problem. So he's like, you wait over here, I bring you a list of movies, you select which you want, you give me, I get for you, alright? I said, no problem. So I went down, I sat to the side, I had my phone on me, so I was sitting there, waiting for this guy to bring up the list. And then I smelled something. It was more like an Indian curry roti smell, like Chinese store, Indian curry roti, doesn't make sense. So I look up, this Indian guy walking in. You know it's Indian. You know it's Indian who came recently because of two things. First of all, he comes out and he smells like curry. Second of all, middle of winter, he has dress pants on and flip-flops. Dress flop, none of that stuff, right? So this guy's probably in about his 50s or so. He walks up, and so he's looking for DVDs as well. He goes, hello there. And the Chinese guy's like, what you want? He goes, my friend told me to come over here. He said you have lots of English DVDs. No, we don't sell no DVD. No, we don't sell. Why you not sell to me? Because I am Indian? No, I want DVDs. Now Chinese guy gives the questions to ask, right? Because he's screened me for it and his wife told him what to ask. It's like, you are police? Police? I'm not a police. So what was that?
No, go ahead.
I'm not the police. Okay, you know what? Okay, you stand. So now you trust him. He's not the police. So you go over there with this man. I bring you a list. You select which you want. All right? I'm like, all right. So this guy goes over there. He stands over there. And so this is what happens when they think that someone is coming by. What they do is they turn off the lights. If they think someone is coming by, turn off the lights and they stay in the dark. So what happened is we were there selecting our movies, the lights goes off, we shut the door, and we were in the dark. Literally in the dark for like 3-4 minutes, and then, so we're like, what's happening? Oh no, we saw a white guy go by, maybe we think he police. When a white guy, it's not a joke, when a white guy walks by, they shut the door, turn off the lights. That's what happens. A couple of minutes later, the lights come on, and it goes on. And then I see this Indian guy, he leans over to the Chinese guy and he whispers something in his ear. I didn't know what he was talking about, right? And the Chinese guy is like, oh, we have good selection for you, no problem. I didn't know what it was. So what happened was, a minute later, he brings him another list. And so this guy, so I start writing down my list. This guy picks his movies and he puts them on the table. And I have, my movies. I look over at this guy's list. He's got Deep Throat 5. I've heard of that movie before. I thought it was like a medical documentary. and I see Goodwill Hunting. That doesn't make sense. I haven't seen this movie before. So like, I thought these were like Goodwill Hunting, that's what you would think. But you know what? And I realized it was a different type of movie. And let me go enjoy it. And then what happened was, a minute later we see a Jamaican guy walking. And there's two reasons you know it's Jamaican. One, the way he walks and the way he talks. He was walking, he had a swag on him. Yo man, what one? Man, I'm making a movie now. And he looked at this Chinese guy's face. He know what this guy was saying. Sorry, sir, I don't understand your English. What you say? Blah 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 man. Me and I pick up that DVD now. So apparently he wants DVDs as well. So the question, ask the screening for the question. So you are police? No, police. You pick up the DVD now. And I said I was getting scared. So you give him the list, and we picked up the movies. See, this only happens in Markham. You can't get this anywhere else where you have different races getting together. But you know what's good though? You know what my prediction is? Fast forward 50, 60 years. You're not going to have just Indians or Chinese or blacks. You're going to have a mixture of all of it. You might ask someone 50 years from now, so what race are you? 40% Indian, like an Italian, and you have a Jamaican. You'll have little Pastafarians. You'll have a Hindu, like Hindu Indian, and a Jew. You'll have some Hindus running around. A Greek and a French. A freak. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys.
The Asian stallion. First time, and really doing a good job. I don't think I would try to stand up comedy, but it's ridiculously hard. I suggest you don't do it. Okay? If you get heart palpitations and stuff, then you can't look at people in the eye, that kind of stuff, you know? And people looking at you all the time, eyes on me, they make me feel nervous, man. I don't like people looking at me, so everyone look away, please. Thank you. Feel much better.